Many games these days are known for being absolutely packed with content, and that's what we want to focus on in this video. We're going to be taking a look at 12 upcoming games that you can probably spend over 100 hours on. Expect these games to have a ton of content and keep you very engaged for a very long time. Let's get right into this. Black Desert Online. Black Desert Online is a Korean MMO that's already been released on PC, and right away when you look at the game, the standout is from a technical standpoint. This is one of the best looking games ever, and arguably the best looking MMO ever. And now it's finally hitting consoles as well. The game has numerous features to assist with the immersion and the sandbox aspect, including a dynamic worldwide weather system that includes large-scale events such as Typhoon that impacts gameplay. There's a dynamic day and night cycle, player housing, an active combat system requiring precise manual aiming, dodging, and comboing, unlike your typical tab targeting system seen in a lot of other MMORPGs. Black Desert Online is set for a release first on Xbox One, and then it will be hitting the PlayStation 4 later on in 2018. Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter is finally heading back to other consoles outside of the Nintendo platforms. It is coming to the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC with Monster Hunter World, an action RPG that is raising the bar for the franchise. It'll feature much larger maps, seamless transitions between zones with very little loading times, and it'll have 4-player online co-op. You can also play worldwide together, a first for the series. Also, looking at Monster Hunter World, technically it looks great. Now that it's on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, they have a little bit more technical headroom. Monster Hunter World comes January 26th. Anthem. Anthem is the latest game from BioWare, and BioWare has left us with a sour taste in our mouth after Mass Effect Andromeda, but Anthem is being done by a different team. And look, everything deserves a fair shot, and Anthem is a game with a lot of potential. It's an online-only multiplayer action RPG, and you play as a freelancer, one of a group of bold and courageous people who have left their civilization to explore a lush and dangerous landscape. It looks like there's a lot of depth to Anthem's gameplay, with you donning an exosuit called a Javelin. There's a few different ones to pick from, and that'll impact your gameplay. Anthem is a very ambitious project from BioWare. Hopefully it lives up to expectations when it releases late 2018.
Oh, the scars have a heavy.
I have time to use that mortar. Give me some covering fire. There's a bunch more coming in.
Okay, I'll get this round.
Thanks.
State of Decay 2. State of Decay 2 is the follow-up to State of Decay, and it's adding a lot to the first game. Now it is not just a downloadable experience, they are bumping this up to a AAA experience. If you don't know, it's a third-person zombie survival game set in an open-world environment, and this time around it'll feature cooperative gameplay with up to 3 other players, which is a very nice addition. State of Decay 2 is another game you can spend a lot of time with, and now that you're adding cooperative play, hopefully it'll also be a more engaging experience. It comes to Xbox One and PC mid-2018.
Or save it.
Please.
This is our only one, but we need everybody we've got.
Dauntless. Now, while everybody is talking about Monster Hunter World, there is another Monster Hunter style game that deserves your attention, and that is Dauntless, taking place in a fantasy setting where a cataclysmic event has torn the world apart, releasing dinosaur-like behemoths that prey on the surviving humans. You take on the role of a slayer to take down the behemoths, so very similar to the Monster Hunter formula, collecting loot and all that good stuff to craft and upgrade weapons and equipment. It's a similar third-person action game, and there's a combo system to attack all the creatures, while you have to gauge your own health and stamina. There's various hunts, and unlike Monster Hunter World, Dauntless is set to be a free-to-play title, so at the very least, it's a game that you should give a shot to since you aren't wasting anything. You can also play it solo or cooperatively with up to 4 players. Dauntless is set for a release on PC sometime in 2028, hopefully down the line it hits consoles as well. Skull and Bones. Ubisoft has had a little bit of a kick in recent years to release new IPs. We saw titles such as The Division, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, Watch Dogs back in 2014, and now we have another new IP in Skull and Bones, a tactical action game set in an open world environment. You take control of a customizable pirate captain and may choose to sail the Indian Ocean by yourself and set off on a single player campaign, or play with up to 5 other players to ally or engage in combat within the disputed waters. There's a lot of depth to Skull and Bones gameplay, wind positioning that can be assessed to gain an advantage in battle, and there's obviously going to be various ships throughout the game that are going to be played a little bit differently and have different equipment. Skull and Bones is a very interesting game. Hopefully it delivers when it releases late 2018 for PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Another day, another victim!
Speed, Mr. Mercy! Vamos con todo!
Our gang of pirates is now taking aim at the frigate, and it will take team coordination to take her down.
Fuego!
Hold tight, lads!
The Crew 2. The first Crew game had a lot of potential, but I think most gamers would agree in saying that it didn't live up to expectations. However, it did have a solid base for a future game to improve upon, and that's what we're getting with The Crew 2. Once again, an open-world racing game that features a persistent and ever-evolving world and environment. There's an offline mode for free roaming across a scaled-down recreation of the United States, and this time around, there's a variety of different vehicles, including planes, cars, and boats. While The Crew has yet to become one of the most engaging series in the gaming world, hopefully with the sequel it can find its footing. It comes March 16 to PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
To play more beautiful, so it's a totally new experience, and the reason why it's The Crew 2. We worked a lot on accessibility, so to make sure that all disciplines are easy to pick up, very different from one to another, but easy to pick up, but hard to master, because you will learn and you will try again and you will improve all the time. So you found that the first person view was better for you, and it's good.
What have you guys learned about sort of cultivating that community of players and developing a world that they want to spend time in?
We are having playtests in Lyon every week, player coming to the studio.
XENOBLADE Chronicles 2. The Switch has already amassed a very impressive lineup with its few short months on the market, and it already has a few games that you can spend over 100 hours in, games such as The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Splatoon 2, and now it looks to be getting another one with XENOBLADE Chronicles 2, a sequel to XENOBLADE Chronicles. However, it does feature a new world and cast of characters, so you can jump right in. The game takes place in an endless ocean of clouds where the last remnants of civilization live on the backs of numerous colossal beasts known as the Titans. XENOBLADE Chronicles 2 does feature a stark shift in design. It has more of an anime chibi-ish style. That might turn some people off, but given Monolith Productions' other games and what they are capable of, you can fully expect XENOBLADE Chronicles 2 to be a very engaging JRPG when it releases on December 1st. .hack GU Last Recode. For a lot of you younger gamers, you might not know what the .hack series entails. It made a big impact onto the PlayStation 2, but since then it hasn't been heard from much. CyberConnect 2 decided to make a remaster to introduce a new generation of players to the series with .hack G Last Recode. Now this is the second trilogy of .hack games that are being remade, but you don't really need to play the first 4 games to enjoy these games. Obviously, with this being an HD remaster, you can expect your typical remastering improvements. High definition cutscenes, better technical performance, and there are some gameplay refinements. An added retry function, cheat mode, and rebalanced avatar battles. There's also increased movement speed, item slots, battle tempo, and a couple of other things to make the overall gameplay better. And if that wasn't enough, this collection will also include a 4th episode that adds a little bit to the story. I wouldn't expect this to be another full game, but just something small in addition. And considering that each of these games are relatively long experiences, you get all of them in one collection and you get the 4th episode, you get them remastered. This looks to be one of the better collections, and it's coming November 3rd to the PlayStation 4 and PC. Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption was arguably the best game that Rockstar has ever put out, arguably the best game of last generation. You can say so many good things about it, and there's a reason why right from the moment Red Dead Redemption 2 was announced, everyone in the gaming world was buzzing. Even though we just got a cinematic trailer, we didn't know much about the game, everybody was already stoked for Red Dead Redemption 2, and that's because of the quality of the first game. And you look at what Rockstar has done with Grand Theft Auto 5, now that we're 7 years after the release of Red Dead Redemption, we have new consoles. The potential for Red Dead Redemption 2 is really limitless. It'll once again be a vast open world western experience, and there'll be a multiplayer component as well, and most likely if you just stick to the single player experience, you're gonna get your money's worth and get your 100 hours, but then you throw in that multiplayer component and you're gonna be busy with Red Dead Redemption 2 for a very long time. It's set to release sometime in 2018. Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is a brand new IP from Rare, and it looks to be a return to form for them. For a while, they were just working on a lot of shovelware titles, but Sea of Thieves looks like a very ambitious project, and it's a pirate-themed action-adventure cooperative multiplayer game that features cross-platform from PC and Xbox One. You and a group of other players travel and explore an open world via a pirate ship and assume different roles such as steering, hoisting sails, navigation, firing cannons, and other tasks. You embark on quests, collect loot, and engage in combat with other players. It's a shared world game, which means groups of players will encounter each other regularly and can join up or combat each other. It's a very common type of experience that's available on PC. This puts a new twist on it. It's on Xbox One, and it's also on PC. It's got crossplay, and these types of games you can spend lots and lots of hours on. Sea of Thieves comes to PC and Xbox One sometime in 2018.
All pirate life is here on the Sea of Thieves, and you can live yours however you want. So rally your crew. Swear your oaths and set sail for riches and infamy. Become a pirate of legend. Just try not to be this one.
And finally, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim for Switch. Now yes, at this point, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim has been released like a dozen times, but this is the first appearance on a Nintendo platform, and you should give it credit for that, especially because what the Switch does. You already know that Skyrim is a very good open world RPG, at least most would agree on that. Now you have the game on Switch, you obviously have all the DLC included, and it goes without saying that this is a game to easily invest 100 hours into. You could probably go well over that. And now with it being on the Nintendo Switch, to be able to play it at home or on the go is a great addition to the Skyrim experience. Once again, it has been released many times, but it's a first for a Nintendo platform. The Switch has a cool look on it, and for those of you that want it on that platform, it'll be hitting it on November 17th. So that wraps up 12 awesome upcoming games in 2017 and 2018 that you'll spend over 100 hours on. What do you think? Are you excited for any of these games? Did we leave a game off this list that you think should be on this list? Let us know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.